Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Hey, Angela. Good morning, Charlamagne. Welcome back.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Hump day.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
How was your vacation?
It wasn't really a vacation. My daughter had a cheerleading competition in Orlando, Florida. I think it's called the D2 Summit. And being that it's in Orlando, Florida, it's at Disney World.
Woo!
Oh, my God.
That
Lord
sounds
have mercy.
amazing.
No, I need a vacation from my vacation.
I heard it's very tiring.
Man, tiring is not
I
the
wouldn't
word.
know.
Tiring, stressful. Disney is the most happiest place on earth for kids. It's the most stressful place in the world for parents. It just is, you know,
Right.
and then it's 90 degrees in Orlando, 100 degrees, like, you know, and for whatever reason, kids don't get hot. And I think about
They're
that when I
excited.
was young, too. When I was young, I used to run around outside all day in South Carolina, drink water from the hose, you know, that nice
They don't get
eggy,
tired
cool
and they
water.
don't get hot.
Oh, they don't get tired and they don't get hot. And you really have to pull them away from the park. And then my daughter's been reading these books called Kingdom Keepers, and Kingdom Keepers are about these kids that play at Disney after dark. I don't know. Don't get me right. I'm just telling whatever.
What's it called? Kingdom Keepers?
Yeah. So she's been to Disney before, but after reading these books, like she knows every single ride, and she's tall enough to ride these rides now, and she has no fear in her heart whatsoever.
And you have to go on them with her.
No, I do not. That's her
You
mama's
can't send
job.
her on those rides.
No, I don't listen. I don't pay people to scare me, and no, you know, the only ride I went on that I enjoyed was the virtual reality ride, the Flight of the Passage. I don't know.
So you were, like
It's
a
about
virtual
Avatar.
reality ride?
Yes, it's
That's
about
so
Avatar.
corny that you wouldn't go on anything.
And you're riding the Banshee. No, it's not. Listen, I know my limitations in life.
I'm still like that. I'll go on any ride.
Nope.
I have
ain't got
no
time
problem.
for that. I don't got time for
Now,
that.
you know, we get free passes to Six Flags every year. I always utilize those.
Man, Six Flags ain't got nothing on Disney. You
I've
can take
never
your ass
been
to
to
Disney.
Disney.
I can't believe why your parents
Do
don't
they
take you to Disney.
but do they have like grown-up scary rides at
Yes. What are you talking about?
I don't
Tower of
know.
Terror, Space Mountain.
Disney? Is that scary to you, or is it scary in general? Is it scary
Nah,
for like a
it's scary.
12-year-old?
No, it's scary. It's scary. It's called the Tower of Terror. Okay.
All right, because I went one time with Karen Civil to Disneyland, and they
I've
didn't
never
have
been to
anything
Disneyland.
scary there. There's like a Minions ride or something. It's nothing.
I've
Okay.
never been to Disneyland.
But that's exciting. Did you go to the water park?
No.
Snow?
No. A water park.
Do they have a water? I would assume they have a water park.
No, Disney. I'm like, Disney got a water park? I don't think Disney got no water park. SeaWorld.
Yeah, they got SeaWorld and they got.
That ain't a water park.
No, it's not. Well, they have a water park. It's not Disney, but they have, because it's not just Disney. It's Disney. It's Universal.
Hollywood
Don't just walk in
Studios.
here like you've been here.
It's a bunch of things.
Just walk in here
Come on,
like you've
guys.
been
The moral,
here.
the moral of the story is I need a vacation from my vacation.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Disney will definitely do that to you.
I
Tie your
appreciate
ass
that you
right
waited
out.
till Charlamagne came back to be late.
Oh, you're welcome. There's a little
That's
traffic
what
this
happens when
morning.
you're like, okay, he's here today.
Charlamagne was on time.
Yes.
No, was a little traffic this morning.
I ain't had no traffic.
Shut up.
And y'all came from the same.
I thought you was
place.
just sad because the Knicks didn't get Zion Williamson.
I was a
we're
little
gonna
sad
talk
about
about that.
I was a little sad
Ain't
about
nothing
that.
funnier than New York Knicks
No, it ain't,
fans,
man.
boy.
Nothing's
Because
funny
New
about
York
that.
Knicks fans all year long, y'all will Photoshop these players in y'all jerseys. So this year it's Kyrie, Kevin, and Zion. And now Zion is faded away like on Back to the Future, like Marty was back in the past and he didn't get his job done. So now Zion's just faded away. So now it's just KD and Kyrie, y'all holding on hope for it. That ain't going to happen either.
It's really whack that they do that. Now, I mean, the last place team should get the first pick.
Man,
that's
shut up.
in every sport. That's what happens. You're the last place team.
How do
get
you
the first
double
pick.
lose, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
You just started watching the NBA draft lottery, huh? If you think that's how it works.
Well, that's how it works in all the other sports. But that's how it should work
Hasn't
in
worked like that.
basketball.
Hasn't worked like that in the lottery in over 2
I
decades.
felt bad because Zion wanted to come to the Knicks, though.
No, he
He
didn't. Who told y'all that lie?
That's what he wanted.
He called and
stop
said
it.
that. He said he wanted
Please.
to come to the Knicks.
Drop on the cruise bonds for that South Carolina kid, Zion Williamson. All right. Going to the New Orleans Pelicans. All right. All right. Who wants to come to cold-ass New York? It's the middle of
Everybody.
May, and it's 40 degrees.
Everybody.
Yeah, right.
Everybody.
So why nobody ever comes then? Shut up.
We
It's
got
the
a horrible team.
It's the middle of May, and it's 40-something degrees. They're going to take a bunch of your money out in taxes. James Dolan is a terrible owner. Who wants to come play for the New
You
York
want to know what the
Knicks?
Knicks tweeted out after that happened?
What?
Damn.
With the number 3 pick in our hands, it's time to take the future.
Yeah, I seen that stupid ass stuff. Well, at least we got the Giants. Well, no, we ain't got the Giants.
That's like a sad tweet, but
At least we got the Yankees. Yes, we got the Yankees. Yankees are playing some good ball.
Man, shut up.
I don't know how the hockey teams are doing. How the Rangers doing? Is hockey over? Islanders? I don't know.
You know what? What's funny is that, okay, so the Knicks retweeted the Rangers, and they said the Rangers tweeted out, luck was on our side at the lottery. Now it's your turn, Knicks.
Start the show, please.
All right.
Good luck.
Well, we have Joseph Sikora and Notori Norton joining us a little later.
Power.
They're from the
Tommy and Tasha.
Power. We'll kick it with them. And then we got front page news. What we talking about, Yee?
We are going to talk about the Alabama Senate. They have passed a near total abortion ban.
Okay. All right, we'll get into that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, last night was the NBA lottery.
Come on.
The number one pick was the New Orleans Pelicans. They got the pick, the number one pick.
They're going to get South Carolina's own Zion Williamson.
Number 2 pick was the Memphis Grizzlies. Number 3 pick was the New York Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 pick was the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 5 pick was the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You should hear these Knicks fans in here trying to convince me that you got to be in NYC to be a basketball superstar.
Who said that? You see how you just put words in somebody's mouth? I said
if Anthony Davis
Zion,
was in New York,
he would be a bigger star.
Anthony
Absolutely.
Davis is a huge NBA star.
And he would be a bigger star if he played for New York.
So tell me what New York superstar has been. Tell me what basketball player in New York has been a superstar in the past 20 years then.
Which one New York has created? I told you one.
Who?
Jeremy Lin.
Man, shut up, man. Man, stop,
You
man.
don't remember when Jeremy Lin was
Man,
on the
knock
New
it
York
off.
Knicks? He was a six man. He started balling out and got that huge check from Houston.
I actually have one of the jerseys.
If he played for any
That
other
time.
team and balled out like that, he wouldn't have got that $19 million contract.
The only reason,
a year.
Yes, he would have. The only reason it seemed like Jeremy Lin was such a superstar to you because you was in New York. You know what people like to say? The league is better when the Knicks are popping. That is BS. The Knicks have sucked for the past 20 years, and the league has been thriving.
We made a couple of playoffs in the last decade.
Well, the draft is going to be at the Barclays
Who
on June
cares
20th.
about that damn draft? You seen
See,
Zion's
wow.
face? You seen Zion's face?
I mean, that's not nice. You guys still get number 3.
All right. Well, the Golden State Warriors beat the Portland Trail Blazers last night, 116-94. What else are we talking about, Yee?
Well, let's talk about these bans on abortion in Alabama. The Senate passed a near total abortion ban. And the only exceptions are if you have to avoid a serious health risk to the unborn child's mother, and if the unborn child has a lethal anomaly. Now they will not exempt rape and incest victims.
That's crazy. So if I get raped or, sleep with my cousin, I can't have an abortion?
No. And if you're a doctor who performs an abortion, you could get life in prison.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's definitely a near ban, and they're trying to actually overturn Roe versus Wade.
So you have to leave the state to get an abortion if you want an abortion, basically.
Yeah, basically you have to travel. So if you have money, no problem. However, if you want to have an abortion and you don't have the funds or the means to travel somewhere else, then,
It's just another piece of legislation I don't understand why people care about so much.
Why do these white men care what people do with their bodies?
Exactly. Why do you care what
That
people do with
sounds
their
so
bodies?
crazy.
Like, I don't understand.
What do women do
who
with our
cares?
bodies?
Well, what did they get the wrong person pregnant?
Now in Georgia, they'll
They'll
send
be
them to
begging
another
for an abortion.
state. Now in Georgia, the governor there has postponed a trip to LA because Hollywood is protesting their abortion law. They have that whole heartbeat abortion law where once you're 6 weeks into a pregnancy, around 6 weeks, then you can't perform an abortion. And a lot of women at 6 weeks don't even know they're pregnant yet. So,
Who was the actress
There's
that started the sex strike?
Alyssa Milano.
That's foolish, don't you think?
Yes.
Why would I punish myself?
And why would you punish? And why would you punish a man who might be actually? Because not everybody's husband is against this. Some people are actually on the women's side. So.
And not only that, how is me abstaining from sex going to hurt the government? Why would the government
They
care?
wouldn't care if you had sex.
Exactly.
or not.
Why would the government
It's not
care if
doing
I'm
anything
abstaining
to
from
the-
sex?
yeah. All right.
She
All
didn't,
right, well-
she didn't think that one through before she posted that one.
That is your front page news.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, hit us up right now. Or maybe you had a great night. I don't know. 800-585-1051.
You did it.
I was watching of Mikes and Men on Showtime, the Wu-Tang Clan
Oh, I
documentary.
started watching that too.
Oh my God, amazing. Dropping the clues bombs with Wu-Tang Clan, the greatest hip-hop group of all time.
They
damn
have
it.
a museum right now too.
Where?
A Wu-Tang here in New York.
I'm pulling up. I didn't know that.
You can go today.
All right. Well, get it off your chest. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on the Breakfast Club.
All right. Well, let's do it. Get it off our chest. All right. First, I just like to say there's a restaurant, or I should say a salad bar called Flavors that almost made me pee on myself yesterday.
What happened?
I walked into Flavors. I had to go to the bathroom. I had
They
some
wouldn't let
business.
you?
I had some business in Wall Street, and they would not let me go to the bathroom. They said
Were you a customer?
They said I had to buy something, right?
Ooh.
So I said, all right, I'll buy something. So the lady that was there was like, oh, no, he could just use my receipt. So I said, all right, well, what's the code? Because you have to type in the code for the bathroom. They said, well, you have to pay for it first. Now, mind you, it's a line there of 10 people.
Wait, the woman wanted you to pay for her receipt?
No, the lady said I can use her receipt to go to the bathroom because you have to have a receipt. So I said, all right, what's the receipt? They was like, well, you have to wait. There's 10 people in front of her. So I wound up paying for the lady. I was like, look, I'll pay for it. $13.60 is what I paid for the lady.
Woo!
I paid $13
to use the bathroom?
To use the bathroom yesterday. Then on the way out, the guy recognizes me and says, hey, can I get a picture? After you charged me $13.60 to go to the bathroom.
What's the problem?
What you mean, what's the problem?
If the bathroom is for customers only, then you had to be a customer. But you
I don't know
to be
why
the
you didn't
leader?
go
You
right
sound like
next
you want,
door.
Yeah, you sound like one of these privileged dudes. You sound like you want some you don't know who I am type stuff.
No, it was not that at all. I had to go to the bathroom, and they shouldn't charge people or make people buy
Customers.
something.
Bathrooms are for customers only,
And
sir.
I almost peed all over the bathroom. I was like, you know what? But I ain't want to do that to somebody. But
I don't see the problem.
$13.60 to use a bathroom.
You know what, though?
Bathroom is for customers only,
We
sir.
record our podcast right next door to that restaurant. Why don't you just go in there and use the bathroom?
I wouldn't have made it upstairs.
So you had time to pay for a $13.60 receipt and go through all that when you could have just went next door?
I didn't have no time. I would have peed on myself. Like I was doing the pee dance. You know that pee dance where you got to go pee? Ah!
Let me ask you a question. You got rules and regulations for your stuff, right?
Correct.
All right, then. So you want people to abide by your rules or abide by others' rules? This ain't complicated.
Should have
Why
went to
you making it
Starbucks.
difficult?
They can't tell you no.
No, Starbucks does the same thing. You have
They
to have
can't
a
tell you
receipt.
no.
No, downstairs you have to have a receipt.
That's
too.
not true. They have the new law at Starbucks.
No.
Their new rule is that they cannot let you not use the bathroom. You don't have to have a receipt at Starbucks.
That's effed up that you make people do that, especially when they're about to pee on themselves. But anyway.
Well,
Hello, who's this?
it was worth 13.
Hey, this Swoop, man. Good morning. How y'all doing?
Swoop, what's up? Get it off your chest, bro.
I'm calling from Orlando, Florida, man. I just always say I'm blessed, man, to able to come home from work and see my son just smile, man. And every time I see him, it's my first son, so I'm really enjoying that, man. I never knew that experience.
That's right. I love
Congratulations. That's amazing.
nothing like having kids, man. I love Orlando. I was in Orlando for the past 5 days. Salute to everybody who listens to us on 104.5 The Beat. My man D Strong,
What up,
and
D
MK,
Strong?
and Young Scholar. Thank you for
And
holding me
Koya.
down.
Yeah, and I just want to ask you real quick question, Envy. Like before the whole nanny thing, how did you find the schedule, the DJ, man? Because I DJ as well. I go by as DJ Swoop and everything, and it's just how you found that schedule, like how you found that time before the nanny, before the big time.
It's called a wife. My wife held it down. My wife was there when we took turns. When I would DJ at night, I would DJ. She would stay up with the baby, and then when I got home, I would hold the baby down and let her sleep, let her rest, let her take care of her business, and we just swap until I was able to afford a nanny.
Okay, I'll do the same thing. Just quick shout out, man. Just shout out all my DJs, DJ Oscar, Fly Minds, Fire. Just all of them, man. Just thank you for y'all good people, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Enjoy your babies, man. They get big so fast, so enjoy them, man.
All right, man. Thank y'all. Be blessed.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
KC.
Yo.
Hey, KC, get it off your chest.
All right, so I feel like instead of having sex education in school, they need to do a child support class. Basically show the kids like the deductions and stuff that come out their check instead of teaching them a safer way to do something
What?
they ain't got to finish doing anyway.
Oh, you trying to find another way to scare kids from having sex?
What?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay. I
God,
feel
a
what you're
child
saying.
support
I get it.
class.
True.
Yeah, and you imagine, you know what I'm saying, you make $400 a week, and then once they break those deductions down, you bring home like $120 a week. I believe that'll be a life-changing event for them.
Yeah, but these kids gonna look at you and be like, "Man, I'm gonna get rich anyway, so I can have sex with as many girls as I want."
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine and then until Friday hit, and they done work 40 hours for $100.
And then you got a bunch of other guys that'll be like, "Look, I'm gonna just be rich and gay anyway, so I ain't worried about no babies."
Have a good one, KC.
It's always a way around these things.
Goodness gracious, Charlamagne. Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's up, Envy?
What's up, Trav?
What's going on, Yee?
Hi, Trav.
Charlamagne.
Hey, sis.
We
Charlamagne.
showing some shade at Charlotte today, huh?
I got a bone to pick with you, Charlamagne.
Oh, he got a bone
Go
to
pick my
with you.
bone, Trav.
Oh, God, here you go. Listen, so I'm sitting there minding my business, listening to brilliant idiots, and I come across Charlamagne throwing out his top 5 for basketball, right?
Top
And
5
as
of all
much-
time?
I did?
Charlamagne,
You don't even know
I
what
don't
he
know,
says.
man. Yeah, he was just throwing out his top 5 for basketball, and he think is the greatest, right?
Who'd he say?
Oh, of all time.
And as much as he stood on this radio and he championed Tim Duncan Do you think Tim Duncan was in his top 5, Envy?
Who was in his top 5?
My top 5 personal list?
I want to see exactly who was in his top 5. Magic.
Yep.
Jordan. Kobe.
Yep.
Shaq.
Yep.
And the J. Cole of basketball, LeBron James.
Okay. And
Who's number 4?
that's an objective top 5 list.
Who's number 4?
LeBron. If I'm making an actually I put Shaq number 4 and I'll put LeBron 5. But if I'm making an objective top 5 list without my bias, that's an objective top 5.
That's what I just want to say. So just drop on the clues bomb to the LeBron James rap, J. Cole. I no longer want to hear Tim Duncan. It's like when we talk about the great, J. Cole is always going to be mentioned among the greats.
Bro, once again, I think that you don't understand the similarities between Tim Duncan and J. Cole as people, and I don't think you understand the greatness of Tim Duncan.
I can't wait for Trav's podcast to start.
I can.
Freddie P.
What's going on?
Get it off your chest, Freddie P.
Yo, good morning, first and foremost, to everyone there. Angela Yee, how
Good
you
morning.
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good morning. I'm all right. Charlamagne, how you doing?
Good morning, my brother. What's happening, King?
I'm all right, sir. DJ Envy, how you doing?
What's up, sir?
All right. I just want to, pretty much thank the good Lord for waking me up this morning. I just want to let y'all know, we got a poll at the job site this morning to see if Charlamagne's actually going to show up for work on time. We want to thank you this morning, Charlamagne. I won $10 this morning.
Woo!
Okay.
Yes,
There you go. Keep it coming.
Appreciate you. DJ Envy, as the other day, I'm excited to see what same old music you're going to play in your mix again today. I'm excited to see, how many times you can play Bruno Mars and goddamn Cardi B this morning. You know what I mean?
You said you want to hear Cardi B and Bruno Mars. I
yes.
got you right now, bro. I'm going to get your request on right now. Keep it locked. Tell them your favorite station, bro. Tell them your favorite station.
Yo, my favorite station? The Breakfast Club, I guess.
All right, here's that Cardi B.
You didn't sound too certain.
Come on, stall us
I
out,
guess.
Man, no more.
The Breakfast Club is a radio show, not a radio station.
Tell him your favorite show.
Just want to throw that out there.
But thank you, bro.
He wants to hear Lil Baby and Drake.
No, he wanted to hear Cardi B and Bruno Mars. I don't pick those songs. But hey, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up at any time. Now, we got rumors on the way?
Man, free JT. We got to tell you what's going on with JT. We thought he was about to come out of prison soon, but it looks like it hasn't happened quite yet.
All right, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Yep, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy, and we're about to talk about JT. Free JT!
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
I don't know why I yelled that just now.
What?
Free JT.
Yeah, free JT.
I don't know what
she was
she's
trying
in
to
there
get
for.
out of prison early. It's has a 24-month prison sentence because of felony identity theft. So
Has it been 2 years yet?
swipe
It's like it's been 2 years already.
No.
No, it's been like a year and some change.
Yes.
I think she should be out. She didn't swipe my card.
Well, she was trying to get out early, but and get into a halfway house, but the judge did deny that. They did say that's not going to happen right now.
He's not a fan, must be.
Yeah, apparently not. Her attorney tried to say, she's in City Girl. She's not going to do any more economic crimes, and you won't hear about any other issues with her. She needs to get out, get back to work. She's already served 15 and a half months, and she should be able to get out, but they did not allow that to happen. So she was denied that attempt to get out early, unfortunately.
No, clearly that judge has had his credit card swiped before.
I'm sure.
He's taking that a little too personal.
Right, he hates where the bag at.
Absolutely. He went to the airport or something and they got him.
All right. Well, let's talk about somebody who is making some major money, and that's Kylie Jenner. She's launching her own baby business line, Kylie Baby. So I don't know if anybody, I guess everything that she's been putting out has been doing amazing. So she's going to be doing strollers, car seats,
That's
diaper
smart.
bags, swaddling blankets,
Very
all
smart.
of those things, right? But she also has one thing that people have been dragging online, and that is a new face scrub. People are saying that face scrub that she has will destroy your skin, and that's because one of the ingredients is walnuts. She says her walnut scrub is gentle yet very effective, and it buffs away your dead skin cells, and that she uses it like 3 times a week. But according to people, you're never supposed to use any walnut on your face because it can actually cause little micro tears on the surface of your skin, mess with your skin barrier, and if you have acne, it'll make it even worse if your face is sensitive or any of those things.
Well, I'm an exfoliator. I need to ask my dermatologist, Dr. Natasha Sandy, about that. So what's the difference between walnut and regular exfoliation?
Well, it feels like it might be too harsh because of, even if they said any type of walnut can cause little tears. So, and listen, let me tell you something. There was one time I had a bad skin issue, and that was because the exfoliant I was using on my face was too harsh, and it was causing me to break out. And so because I didn't know what was going on, I was overusing it even more because I was like, why is my face breaking out?
Scrubbing
and then
hard and making it worse.
even more.
Yep.
And that was making it even worse. And so once I stopped doing that, then I realized I had to use a very gentle microfoliant. So it is something that can really irritate your skin.
If I was making a clickbait headline, it would say Kylie Jenner wants you to pay to put nut on your face. That'll get it popping, right?
You would try it?
Shut up.
You would pay.
You would pay.
All right. Now, Howard Stern,
I got my own.
talks to Page 6.
Okay.
And he was talking about basically some of the regrets that he has. Now, he said, I was an absolute maniac as far as his first couple of decades of his career. He said, my narcissism was so strong that I was incapable of appreciating what somebody else might be feeling. Now, he also says if you have one of his previous memoirs, Private Parts or Miss America, he says, burn them. He also says that his sense of humor hasn't changed much. He's still fart man. He doesn't deny that, but he has some unfortunate on-air encounters from the past with George Michael, Eminem, Will Ferrell, Carly Simon, and others. But he says his biggest regret was his interview with Robin Williams. He said he did badger him about having left his wife for his son's ex-nanny. So those are some things that he says that he does regret. But he did say he started facing his demons in the late 90s by finally seeing a therapist. Yes.
Yeah, touched my heart. I read that. I read it 3 times. Made me wonder if it was me who wrote it. Like, he also talks about a lot of the early stuff he did on the radio, like the creepy sexual stuff. He was like, all of that was complete trash, and he doesn't want to be remembered for that. That's why he actually wrote this book, because he feels like this is his legacy book.
Right. He said he didn't want to admit that he needed anyone, but it took him 5 years to finally call the psychiatrist, and he said he thought it was just incredibly intimidating. So finally, he said, you take a good hard look at yourself, and sometimes you don't like what you find, and that's true.
That is a fact.
Because Bill Murray said that.
I'm reading his book right now. I was reading it on vacation. I don't want to call it vacation, but I was reading it this past weekend. It's a good read.
And the book also has a section that's called Drugs and Sobriety that includes him talking with Bradley Cooper, Miley Cyrus, Slash, and many others. So he said he's not a drug guy, but he's addicted to people. He's addicted to the spotlight. He said he's addicted to getting attention from people. And a lot of those things come from being starved in a way. I'm actually surprised I'm not obese because I need to fill myself, but I'm filling myself with people. So he said there's no difference between being a drug addict, an alcoholic, a gambling addict, or a people addict.
That's a fact.
And trying to get attention.
That's the era we in now. Heavy with social media.
Absolutely.
People, the validation is a drug. Attention is a drug.
All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your rumor report.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. Now, front page news, what are we talking about?
We are going to talk about a Texas police officer who shot and killed a woman who says that she was pregnant.
All right. We'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Last night was the 2019 NBA Draft Lottery, and number 1 went to the Pelicans. Number 2, Grizzlies. Number 3, the Knicks. Number 4, the Lakers. Number 5, the Cavaliers.
Are you sad?
Yes.
As a New York Knicks fan, are you sad?
Yes.
Why?
Because I wanted Zion. What you mean, why?
Well, God didn't want that for Zion. God didn't want to send Zion to a place that's 40 degrees in May, a place that's going to take 40 to 45% of all his tax money, a place that has a terrible, terrible owner in James Dolan. He didn't want to do that to Zion. He got bigger plans for Zion.
Well, we'll see. All right, and the Golden State Warriors beat the Trailblazers 116-94.
And I find it very disrespectful that people all of a sudden say things like the Golden State Warriors can't win without Kevin Durant, as if the Golden State Warriors didn't win a championship without Kevin Durant, as if they didn't win 73 games before Kevin Durant got there in a regular season. Like, knock it off.
Oh, the Warriors going to win this year.
Why wouldn't
Yeah,
they?
like they definitely gonna win. What else we got, Yee?
Oh man, this is a really sad story now. Texas police officer shot and killed a woman who claimed that she was pregnant. Her name is Pamela Shante Turner. According to her family, she's 44 years old. And she was in the Houston suburb of Baytown. She told police officers, and they did know her from previous encounters, that she was just going to her home. And a witness's cell phone video shows her yelling at the police officer, I'm walking. I'm actually walking to my house. We have some of the audio.
I'm walking. I'm actually walking to my house. You actually arrested me. Like, why? Why? I didn't nothing to you. I'm pregnant.
Yeah, I
So
don't get that.
she did say that she was pregnant. Now, the reason they stopped her, they said they knew her and they knew she had an active misdemeanor warrant for her arrest from prior interactions.
Mm-hmm.
And then as he keeps on trying to arrest her, that's when she was yelling, I'm pregnant. And we did stop the audio there, but you can hear the gunshots. He did shoot at her 5 times and she did pass away.
They're gonna have to explain
They
this
did
one.
kill her.
Because there's no way they should have shot her. She didn't have a weapon. She was walking away. And even she was resisting arrest. But even though she was resisting arrest, he doesn't deserve to be killed.
Yeah, if you have to do that to a woman, you got some other issues that don't have anything to do with being a police officer. You're just a natural born scary ass sucker who doesn't need to be on the police force because he tased her and then he shot her 5 times. Why are you so scared of a woman?
And according to reports, the officer's name has not been released, but he is an 11-year veteran of the department and he's on paid administrative leave as they investigate what happened. Now, according to police officers, and I'm just telling you this according to the reports because, of course, we don't know how true any of this is, but the police are saying that she was not pregnant.
That doesn't matter.
I'm just telling you. I'm just
That
telling
doesn't
you
matter at all.
what happened because a lot of people were talking about the fact that she was pregnant, but according to her family, they are saying that she was schizophrenic as well.
None of
So
that matters, man.
She takes medicine. She's a mother of 2, a grandmother of 3, and they did kill her. She did not have a weapon, as we stated. And
See, I don't like this. They need to stop putting things on the victim. I want to know about that police officer. I want to know his background. You know what I'm saying? What was he about?
Yeah, that.
she
You
was
know,
on the
he's
ground.
the problem
there
in
was
this
no
situation.
reason to shoot her.
No reason
And
at all.
the other thing is, you already knew her. You had prior interactions with her. Like, did you feel like she was dangerous and was going to do something and
There's
had
no
a
reason to
weapon
shoot
or any
that
of
woman.
those things? 5 times, and then tried to actually give her CPR and whatever, but it was too late. So
An unarmed woman with misdemeanor warrants
that's just trying to go home. Who you knew?
that gets killed 5 times.
Who
for
you were
misdemeanor
familiar?
warrants.
Who you were familiar with? Okay, so just giving you all that story. Really sad situation, and our condolences go out to her family.
And that throws out the whole theory of, you need police officers that know the community.
Right.
Because he clearly knew that young lady. So you knew that young lady and you still shot her 5 times. You knew she wasn't a threat in that
I would
way.
love to hear why. Why he
don't.
did that? Why? Like he has to. Like what excuse do
Well,
you have?
what they're trying to say is that he tried to tase her and that she was reaching for his taser and got the taser away from him. So that's the account of what it is they're trying to say. But I don't think that warrants shooting and killing a woman. All right, now a farmer in Nebraska had to amputate his own leg with a pocket knife to save his own life. Curtis Kaiser, he said he had to act quick because his leg was getting pulled into a machine when he stepped into a hole accidentally when he was trying to transfer some corn from one place to another. He said, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how long I would keep my consciousness. I gave up, but then I remembered I had my pocket knife.
So he cut his leg off?
He cut his leg off and he crawled
That's
using his
gangster.
elbows.
That's crazy.
I need to know what
get
kind
it.
of brand of knife that is. I need to buy one right now. He got a knife made of vibranium and he can just cut his leg off in
cut
a
his
matter of
leg
seconds.
off?
He said he knew he was done cutting because I felt a funny feeling. Maybe it was a tendon I had cut.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Holy
How did he know he wasn't
cow.
going to cut an artery that he needed in that moment?
I don't know, but he did
his
survive.
leg
So.
off.
What kind of knife is that? I need it.
It's a pocket
It's
knife.
got to be made out of vibranium.
But do you think you could cut your leg off? Like,
It's either that or die. What are you going to do?
because it's not. It couldn't have been an easy cut. He had to saw it off. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
How big was this knife?
That's all you care about. Goodness, great. Could you imagine the pain of sawing your leg off?
Nah, I need more details. I need more.
You need more
context.
details.
Yes, I need to
No.
know. I need to know what kind of knife this was and how did he know he wasn't cutting like a tendon or artery.
Sure
that
He
he
did
needed.
cut a tendon.
Yeah, they cut everything. He,
He
cut
did.
his leg
He had
off.
to. He had to cut his leg off.
I want this pocket knife.
And then he had to go through the bone, so he had this. Oh my goodness.
This pocket knife came from Wakanda. Siri made this pocket knife. I want it.
No, I came from Game of Thrones. That's where it came from.
You would let the white man's fantasy land be better than the black man's fantasy land.
All right.
Freaking Dominican.
Well, that is your front page news.
Now I'm Dominican. All right. Well,
Dominicans.
slander the Breakfast Club. 800-585-1051. If you want to slander the Breakfast Club, hit us up right now. If there's something you don't like about me, Yee, or Charlamagne, 800-585-1051. You can call up and slander the Breakfast Club right now. Again, the number 800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. 800-585-1051. Hello, who's this?
Yeah, this Nels from New Orleans.
Nels, what's the matter, man? You sound depressed. What's your question for Yee?
I just had my baby about 3 months ago, and I'm trying to get the father to acknowledge that's his son. I don't want to go through the child support thing. I tried talking to his mother and everything like that. Me and her got into it, and I'm just kind of fed up with the situation, but I'm trying to find another route to the situation.
Okay, I don't know if there is another route that you can go besides legally taking care of this, and this is for the good of the child. Have you had a paternity test?
No.
Is he saying that the child isn't his, or is he just not acknowledging?
He's saying it's not his, but he's seen pictures of him, but he never even actually came to see him.
Okay, you're going to have to, first of all, establish paternity, which means you're going to have to go and make him take a paternity test through the court. Okay, and then after that, yes, you are going to have to make him pay child support, because if he's not willingly going to be in this child's life and you're getting into it with his family members, it seems like there's no other route for you to go.
Yeah, because I didn't want to be the typical old black baby mama who takes him and puts him on child support. But
well, you know what? Don't blame it on yourself. It's not your fault that he's going to be the typical deadbeat dad that's trying to act like he's not the father. It's not about that. You have to do it.
Hey, typical deadbeat dad don't sound as bad as typical black baby mama.
Handle your business, girl.
You have a good day, you typical
Don't
black
worry about what
baby
nobody
mama.
thinks.
Oh, man.
Say it if you know you want to say it. Come on.
And you better hope that's his
baby mama.
You better hope that's his baby, too.
That sounds horrible.
Oh, man.
Typical black baby mama.
Coffee, iHeartRadio, The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this? Neo, slander the Breakfast Club.
Yo, Charlamagne, why you calling Envy Dominican, man? What's wrong with Dominicans?
Nothing's wrong with Dominicans. Envy is Dominican, and he won't claim his heritage.
I'm not Dominican.
See what I'm saying?
What's wrong with Dominicans, man?
Shout to all my Dominicans out there, man.
Oh, now they're your Dominicans.
I said shout to all my Dominicans. Yeah, I'm not Dominican, but I
Envy
with the
is
Dominicans.
Dominican. Ask him where his daddy from.
Where your dad from, Envy?
Not Dominican
Dominica.
Republic.
Dominica. Oh, my God, y'all.
Dominica. Yo, shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for what y'all do, man.
This is Slander the Breakfast Club. We ain't got time for this appreciation, sir.
Shout out.
Matt, what up, Matt?
Yo, what up, man? I just think it's crazy how I've listened to y'all for years, can never get through until the slander time.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Because you Dominican.
Hey, that's right. He is
not
Dominican. He is Dominican. And don't be calling up here sounding like somebody scorned girlfriend.
You didn't hear Charlamagne? You are Dominican.
You are Dominican.
I'm not Dominican.
Come on, dude.
Why won't you claim your heritage?
But shout out to all my Dominicans in my last
Oh, now they're your Dominicans?
I'm not Dominican, though.
Yo, Charlamagne, Angela,
Hey.
I really love all of y'all, man.
Guys, this
Gracias.
is Slander the Breakfast Club.
But I'm not Dominican.
All right. I'm a slander. You too much, Envy. Too light-skinned, too Dominican, too everything.
Now I'm too light-skinned. You know what? Goodbye, man.
You are Dominican. Why won't you claim it? We need brown representation on this show. We need brown and gay representation. You check both boxes.
Just shut up, man. Omar, do you check one of those boxes? And you far from Dominican. Omar,
What's going on?
who you want to slander?
Angela Lee.
Who is that?
I don't know Angela Lee, bro.
You. Angela, whatever. I just want to try to suggest to you something about that movie. And I just believe she's just taking it personal because she's already a black woman. Because it's just a movie.
Duh.
Like you guys were talking about it to make fun of everybody.
Who,
You talking about
LaQuisha?
LaQuisha?
Fun of everybody. It's just taking it personal.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. That's how white men view black women, as a LaQuisha.
Yeah, but look at it. At least she got the job, right? And she did it.
Yeah, except in real life, that wouldn't happen. If it was a real black woman in real life named LaQuisha, she wouldn't get the job.
You don't know that.
Okay.
Hey,
Goodbye, Omar.
you know what else about that movie, LaQuisha? Because I watched the trailer. You know he's mimicking black women that he sees on reality TV. It wasn't all black women. He was watching reality TV and they was on there arguing, and he said, if I act like that, I'll get the radio job.
In real life,
Context matters.
In real life, that won't happen.
That's worse. King,
Hey, what's going on, Envy, man? How you doing, brother?
what's up, bro? Who you want to slander?
Man, I gotta have Charlamagne the God, but Angela, how you doing this morning, bro?
I'm doing great. How are you, honey?
Man, I can't complain. But Charlamagne the God, how you doing, brother?
I'm blessed, black, and highly favored. How you doing, King?
That's what I'm talking about, man. Listen, man, I'm a Florida boy. I love being from Florida, and I just got to have you for a second, man. It just seems like you always have something to say about us down here in Florida in regards to the crazy things that's associated with happening down here.
He was just in Florida.
He was just in Florida. That's good, probably for Rolling Loud and everything. And you know what? I'm sure you got
Definitely not.
It wasn't Rolling Loud.
I was in Orlando for my daughter's cheerleading competition, and I was at Disney and Animal Kingdom the past 5 days. Would you like to know some of the things I saw while I was down there? I saw a grandmother get arrested at Disney for having CBD oil. CBD oil is good for your joints and your muscles. They took this old lady to jail, put her in handcuffs for having CBD oil. I also saw somebody try to get into Disney with a 9mm pistol with 2 cartridges, and he goes, "Oh, I forgot." So don't tell me about Florida being crazy. Now, I'm going to tell you the other crazy thing I saw in Florida.
He probably was visiting from South Carolina, too, though.
That's probably it. And salute to the young lady who walked up to me and said, "Is you Charlamagne the God?" And I said, "No." And then she yelled at her friend, "I told you that wasn't him," and walked off. All right?
Well, you said no.
Well, she believed you. Thank you, brother.
Don't tell me about Florida being crazy. I love Florida, but it's crazy down there.
Slam to the Breakfast Club. 800-585-1051. Call us right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Tyler.
What's going on, MV?
What's up, bro? Who you want to slander?
I want you. I want you.
I like how you said that.
That sounded amazing.
Take what you want.
My goodness.
I want you, MV. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what, MV? Man, okay.
Take that.
So first off, my homie called up a couple days ago because y'all had a little segment about smelly feet or washing your feet or something like that.
If he don't wash his legs and his feet.
I
right.
do wash my legs and feet.
Now.
You don't wash your legs and your feet.
Long story.
Yeah. So you weren't here, Charlamagne. So another reason why I'm gonna get you later, but don't worry about it.
He was worried.
So my boy Anthony, you know him by Anthony. He called up here and he was like, "Yo, I want to promote my homie brand." You know, and you talk about his feet. You know, you was like, "Oh, you know, you probably don't. Your feet probably smell, something like that." And I'm like, "Nah, that's petty." But yeah, you wanted to shout my brand out. You was like, "Nah, I'm good. Your feet smell." And I'm like, "What? How you gonna do that?" And you just said you just started doing it a couple, not long ago. And you about 40-some odd years old, 30-some, 40. You just started.
Don't judge me, man. What you want to shout out? Shout it out quick.
He's slandering you.
You just started watching good, and you coming at my guy?
Yeah, that's crazy. You don't wash your ass.
It's nothing about my ass.
If you don't wash your legs, you don't wash your ass.
Why you all in my ass?
If you don't wash your legs and your feet, you don't wash your ass. Because all that's down there. So you mean to tell me you stop after your ass?
Yes.
So you wash your ass, but then you don't wash nothing else under there.
I wash my legs and feet, man.
That's disgusting. Jesus
You want to
Christ.
wash it for me?
My God. And you Dominicans love to wear white jeans.
Oh,
so your
goodness.
legs got to be clean, because if not, they're going to stain the hell out the jeans.
Brian, who you want to slander, Brian?
Hey, I'm trying to come at Charlamagne, man. Hey,
You trying to on Charlamagne. Listen here, you freak.
Yeah,
I'm married.
Nah. Look, all right. So look, what's up with your beef with Logic, man? Because he came at you real hard in clickbait, and like Logic album is always fire, man.
I don't have.
Why y'all got the beef with each other?
I don't
trying
have
to think
any.
the same thing. I'm a huge Logic fan, man.
I don't have any beef with Logic. I don't even know why Logic said what he said on clickbait.
He don't want it with Logic, bro.
Because I never called Logic homophobic. But I do want to salute to Logic. Logic canceled all his New York press this week. I heard he's highly upset about the donkey of the day, and he canceled all his appearances this week.
But he did have the #1 album.
He was supposed to be on Today's Show. He was supposed to be on Elvis Duran.
Yeah.
He canceled it all.
I'm from Maryland too, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta rep the home team, and I would love for him to come on the Breakfast Club, man, so y'all can sit down and hash it out.
I think he'll slap Charlamagne.
He's been on Breakfast Club a couple times before. He was supposed to be on Angie Martinez this week. Who else did he cancel? He canceled He canceled all his New York press for no reason.
Paige.
Yes.
Who you want to slander, Paige?
Hey, I want to slam Charlamagne the God.
Okay, go ahead.
The only reason I want to do it is because, I like listening to you guys in the morning. I listen to you guys every morning before work.
Thank you.
But I hate listening to Charlamagne the God and how racist he is with black and white people. I think that God created everyone equal, and there's no difference between white skin and dark skin.
And Dominicans.
Well, tell your granddaddy that. Okay, God knows that. God created us exactly how you said, but it's your granddaddy and your great-granddaddy that made the divide in this country.
And I understand that. There's still segregation all over the place, and I totally oppose that, and I'm not racist by any means. I love people of all origins.
I'm not racist either, but I hate white supremacy and I hate racism. If you have a problem with that, then I don't know what your issue is, my love.
No, I understand where you're coming from. Like I said, I'm not racist. I'm not bashing you at all. It's irritating listening to you every morning. You say that white men and black men and white people, and yeah, I get white supremacy. It's there, but don't publicize it more than what it already is.
Tell him why he go at light skins and Dominicans all the time.
I'm gonna make you feel better right now. You listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
MAGA! MAGA!
Nada?
Thank you, Mama. Rico.
What up?
Rico, who you want to slander?
You, Envy.
Uh-oh.
Damn, why so aggressive?
You.
Go ahead.
Why's it gotta be aggressive? Nah, because you're too sensitive, bro. I think sometimes when they be cutting jokes at you, you can just let it go sometimes, man, and just keep it moving.
Little tender butt, ain't he?
Just a wee bit.
Oh, why you
I'm
always
going to say, listen, Envy takes it very well.
I do take it well.
He
Tell
does
him
take it
that.
well, yeah, that is true.
Saying on the blog, though.
You said what?
But that's what they were saying on the blogs, though, that he does take it very well.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what?
yeah. Which one? The
takes it
9.5 inch dildo or something else? You saw something else?
Facts, that dildo.
Who?
You know what? Goodbye. Don.
Yep.
Who you want to slander, Don?
Only to slander all three of y'all.
Go.
All three of us.
Yeah. The reason why is often when I'm listening to the Breakfast Club, there's a lot of gay jokes that you guys are perpetuating on the air.
Oh,
Not true.
you just missed one. You just
Not
missed
true.
one.
We do
Go
not
ahead.
make gay jokes.
No, there's actually a lot of gay jokes on there. And Envy in particular, I think that he needs to understand that he's from Queens, and we don't play those type of games in Queens. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to advocate for the LGBT community, but it's one thing for the jokes. It's too much.
So you can't be a queen from Queens?
Shut up.
Charlamagne, I feel that I understand that you're trying to sell books, you're trying to host and things like that. So you're trying to gain fans of the gay community. But I think you're doing too much. And Angelique, you're just standing on the side and you are supporting it. But again, I'm from Queens and Envy's from Queens. I just think that you in particular, you need to know that those gay jokes, you're going too far.
Yeah, Queens got to support each other, man.
So what are you saying? So are you homophobic? You don't like gayness?
No, absolutely not homophobic at all. But I think that you guys go a little bit way too far. I think Charlamagne, like I said, you guys, it's one
Give me
thing
an
to
example.
Yeah, give him an example. Yeah, we
Give
need
me an example of
bro.
me going too deep.
Or too far.
An example I would say is there's a lot of times when you're on the radio and you say that, okay, you didn't have it, you had gay thoughts, but you don't have a gay, you never had a gay experience. And then also, Envy also, and a lot of different times, Envy also says that he, there's a lot of gay jokes that's just going around in general.
I never said anything about having gay
I remember
thoughts.
I remember when Charlamagne said he had gay thoughts.
That's never happened.
I remember. I'm with you.
Yeah, it happens. But the thing is, just don't, you know what I mean? It's one thing to support it, but, you know what I mean? Don't put it out in the air. Because once it becomes socially acceptable, like young women
Yeah, you're right.
these days.
Because Charlamagne said he had gay thoughts about me. You right, bro. I'm from Queens.
So you're saying that you don't want gayness to be socially acceptable is what you're saying. But then you're also saying you're not homophobic. So therefore you're not making any sense.
Well, no, I do make sense. A lot of times, it's like a fad almost.
It's not a fad.
You're right.
Even without women these days, they're trying it out because it's socially acceptable.
Bro, you're right, Don. Don, you're right. Charlamagne, give him a kiss just to make him feel better.
Don, I love you, Don.
Is it terrible?
I love you, my brother. Don.
Exactly what I'm talking about, Envy.
I love you, Don.
Listen,
Don, I love you. Stop acting like that.
If you're gonna be gay, you'll be gay. If you're not, you're not. It is what it
I
is.
said, get a man a hug and a kiss.
No
Don,
one's gonna
you
make
love- you
themselves.
love him.
Don gone?
Yeah, Don's gone.
Man, I love you, Don. Wherever you at, I want you to think about me all day long, okay? And next time you recite your alphabet, just stop at D and think of me.
You know what?
A, B, C, D, me. All right?
There go-
The Breakfast Club.
there go those gay thoughts.
585-1051. If you want to slay into the Breakfast Club, hit us now. Goodness gracious, the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Good morning.
What was that laugh about?
Just, happy to be here.
I don't understand certain things. Like, why is it a big story that Ty Dolla $ign painted his toenails?
Oh, my God.
Why? Who cares?
Who said it's a big story?
Because it's like on the headlines and different things, and people were asking me like,
Well, now I'm interested. What color?
I don't know, what color is it?
What color do you get yours?
But what's wrong with that?
You paint them.
I don't never get nail color. I just give me a nice little buff when I go get me a
his
manicure.
toenails are orange.
And it's so funny. I go to the same manicurist all the time, and she always asks me, "Do you want color?" I don't want no damn color. Just give me a nice little buff.
That means you got color before.
I've never gotten color.
Liar.
Yes, somebody asked me the other day too, like, would you let your man paint his toenails? I'm like, I'm gonna stop my man from painting his toenails if he wants to do it. I mean,
why would you want to get your toenails painted? Just get you a nice little pedicure, you know what I'm saying? Get you a nice little buff on your toes.
I got my nails painted before my daughter did it. Like we would have them
you
playing
playing
with each other.
around. Yeah. But you're not, going there requesting.
No, I'm not going there. Like, let me get that number 5 pink.
what's wrong with that, though? You think there's something wrong with men getting their toenails and nails painted?
Nah, it's not for me. What about you, Charlamagne?
Like, why do people act like it's a big deal? I'm just curious.
That's an interesting question because I think it all depends on the color. Because back in the days, you had those, and even now, you had those gothic,
Yeah, goth.
Yeah, and they would paint their nails black.
Yeah.
But even
nobody cared about that.
Yeah, and I know people now who are artists, and they're not goth artists, but they paint their nails too.
I ain't studying people that hard.
I mean,
Like,
I ain't got time to be doing that.
It only was brought to my attention because people were making headlines out of it. Like, Ty Dolla $ign flaunts his painted toenails.
Man, that's his prerogative, man.
what's
If you want
the
to
best
paint his
about?
toenails, paint your goddamn toenails.
Right.
Well, yeah, we got rumors on
Just
the
don't
way.
bleach your butthole or something. That's when you're going a little too far.
Don't do what?
Nothing.
People do bleach theirs, you know.
I know.
You tried?
Not colored, though.
You colored it?
No, you can't get colored.
What color?
You can only get like a blonde.
Really?
Yeah.
You did?
Shut up.
We got rumors
All
on the
right,
way.
let's talk
I
about
talk to y'all.
who is single and ready to mingle. We'll tell you who's been hanging out at her bachelorette pad.
All right. We'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
Man, there's nothing like finally getting out of a toxic relationship. And Wendy Williams seems to be really excited to be back on the scene again. Now, people have seen her out and about with some men. And here's what she has to say about the latest spotting.
And by the way, I don't have a boyfriend. That was Webb. Webb is part of the security detail around here at the show. And, I am working on my divorce pleasantly right now. When I say pleasantly, I mean, I ask of you, please, it's hard to say give privacy because I don't give privacy when I'm doing the rest of the stories. Come on now, you don't just throw away 25 years lock, stock, and barrel. I gotta tell you something right now. As a mature single, I'm a single woman. I go out a lot because I am a good time girl. I like to have fun. And I'm really, really reclaiming my life.
Drop on the clues, okay. Wendy Williams. You know what I'm saying? She's going through her whole phase. You got to go through a whole phase. She's been married for the past 25 years. She's been in an abusive relationship for the past 25 years. Now she's 50-something years old. She got to go through her 50-something-year-old whole phase.
Well, yes, they were married for 21 years. And she said that even though they're not going to get back together, they also do have a 19-year-old son together. She also said child support might be an issue in the case. So we'll see what happens with that. But she also talked about dating again.
And I don't have a boyfriend, but I must admit I am rediscovering my love of men. And, transparency, I do date. And I date pretty often. But Webb has been to my bachelorette pad. Marco has been to my bachelorette pad. Okay. Booth has been to my bachelorette pad.
Run through 'em,
and
Wendy.
the parade of men will continue. But because I need things lifted, I need things put in position.
What about,
She's talking about furniture.
What about Charlamagne? Have you been to that bachelor?
Shut up!
Damn.
Run through them, Wendy.
You said shut up with so much emotion.
Yes, man.
Don't front like you ain't sit on her lap before, bro.
Oh, my God.
We need that picture always.
I did what I had to do to get what I want.
With the kids. Where he was playing, playing horsey.
Horrible.
You know when he was playing horsey with the kids?
You saying Wendy was playing horsey with Charlamagne?
Yeah. And she was bouncing him on her knee.
Well, listen, drop on the clues, Bob, for Wendy Williams. Live your life, okay? I don't understand why she has to pay child support when she already was paying child support. Like, she's already paying for everything for her son anyway.
Right.
That bum-ass Calvin Hunter, her ex-wife wasn't paying none of that stuff.
Okay.
Hey. You know why we call him Doodoo Brown?
Why?
Because he's always doing too much and he's from Brownsville.
My goodness. What up, Booth? Shout out to Booth.
Drop on the clues, Bob, for Booth. Nasty ass.
DJ Booth.
All right,
Booth
now.
doing what he got to do.
He boofing.
Let's talk about. Y'all gonna stop.
My
You done?
guy.
That's our guy.
Are you finished or are you done?
We both.
Thank you. Now let's talk about OVO. They have done a collaboration with D Squared. I like D Squared, so that's a nice collabo. So they did post something on Welcome OVO. and that should be good. So if y'all want to get some of that new gear, Tiffany Haddish is going to be hosting Kids Say the Darndest Things.
All
It's
right.
a revival on ABC. She's also going to be executive producing that series.
Okay.
So she'll be interacting with the kids. I'm sure that'll be entertaining because she's pretty funny with the kids and everything.
She's a big kid herself. Like, she has a very childlike demeanor about her, so that's going to be great. That's great casting on ABC's part. And most
Yeah.
importantly, she's executive producer.
Previously, Kids Say the Darndest Things was hosted by Bill Cosby.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, boy.
What?
How you
Well,
just
it
go
was.
there?
I'm just giving you the background. What do you want me to do? So, yes, it did used to be hosted by...
Let's keep that one. Let's keep that one to ourselves. All right? It's not...
All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
Listen, man, 4 after the hour, let's have a conversation about selfie culture, kids. Okay? Seriously, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and selfie culture is causing some real mental health issues out here in these streets. Let's talk about it.
All right, we'll get to that next. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never.
I had become donkey of the day.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
You're a donkey.
Yeah, Donkey today for Wednesday, May 15th goes to Chris DeVoe. Now, if you don't know who Chris DeVoe is, he goes by the name Tugsy on Instagram. And I want everyone out there to know that this Donkey today is being done with love, okay? I actually genuinely feel sorry for this young man, and I feel sorry for other people who are in this man's position, who have this man's mind state. Now, Chris DeVoe, he makes his living off Instagram, okay? He is a social media influencer. And like many people in this era, social media rules everything around them, okay? I really don't understand why people put their livelihoods into social media, because you don't own social media. So if social media decided to ban you or cancel your account for whatever reason, you're done out here. Not to mention social media is creating this unattainable, unreachable goal of physical perfection that simply does not exist. All right. Social media is everybody's highlight reel, and you are comparing your real everyday life to the carefully cultivated and filtered world of social media. Okay. Drop one of my clues bombs from my man, Pastor Stephen Furtick. He has a great sermon on that, by the way. Moss Corner Zone. But that doesn't stop people like Chris DeVoe from trying to chase the unattainable. Okay. Let's go to WCAX CBS 3 for the report, please.
Selfie culture is putting pressure on beauty standards.
And according to plastic surgeons, it's driving many young people to seek cosmetic procedures.
With almost 500,000 followers, Kyrese DeVoe makes his living through Instagram.
We all want to have smooth skin. We all want to have, high cheekbones. We all want to have, frozen faces. We just want to look perfect.
Kyrese spends at least an hour editing each selfie.
I want to be a Bratz doll. I want to be a living Bratz doll.
Why do you want to look less human?
Because the doll's perfect. I just want to look selfie ready all the time.
Kyrese even gets regular cosmetic procedures done to look more like his edited selfies. Leading plastic surgeon Dr. Dirk Kramer says he's noticed his clientele get younger and younger.
Most of them come with a phone, with their phone, and show me pictures, and that's how I get most likes and most followers. Could we do that in reality?
Oh. This is sad, man. I mean, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I hear you already. Charlamagne, everything is not a mental health issue. You're right. Everything isn't a mental health issue, but some of this is. And this is exactly why I ordered phone cases for my wife and oldest daughter that say social media ruins your mental health, because you will never be happy chasing the lies that are being told on social media. Okay, you out here living your real life, living in your truth, knowing fully that the world and people in it aren't perfect, but then you go on the gram and see people, everybody giving the perception of perfection.
Right.
All right. And you chase that, but it's literally like a dog chasing its own tail. You will never catch it. Therefore, you will never truly be happy. And that can lead to body dysmorphia, which is indeed a mental health issue. But don't listen to me. Let's hear from the experts. Back to WCAX CBS 3 for the report, please.
This obsession with personal appearance that selfie culture encourages may have darker implications for mental health.
In those people who have that psychological vulnerability, it can be particularly concerning. They are constantly bombarded with their image and constantly referencing their own image in a way that was not seen before.
At its most extreme, this fixation on appearance can manifest in a mental health condition known as body dysmorphic disorder, or BDD.
Ego, vanity, and validation is going to be the death of this era. Okay, how can you tell, kids that their first, last, and best love is self-love when they are being born into a culture that makes you feel like your worth, your value, how you think of yourself, how you love yourself is in the hands of others? I don't care how many likes you get. Do you like yourself? That's what's important. When you depend on people to build you up, they'll have the same power to break you down. You don't need anybody on social media's validation to know your worth. How do we get these kids to not have psychological vulnerability and build up their confidence, okay? True confidence is knowing that you are enough without the need for anyone else's validation. How do you get that through to kids in 2019 when everything is about constant validation? Chris DeVoe, my brother, stop while you are ahead. Okay, anybody out there that can hear my voice who thinks they have to make permanent plastic surgery decisions based off temporary social media feelings, stop. All right, you can't live in illusion. All right, focus on things that matter, like your spirit, your personality. If the world was blind, how many people would you impress? All right, spending all this money to impress people that don't like you anyway? Come on, man. Here's the moral of the story. Stop trying to impress people. Stop trying to impress people by being something you're not. All right. At the end, you'll have a bunch of followers who don't really care about you, and you will lose yourself. That's what's happening in these situations. Chris DeVoe, love yours. The life you save may be your own. Please give Chris DeVoe the biggest hee-haw. And the crazy thing is, I really don't have any solutions to this problem. Nobody
got so quiet.
Nobody gonna like my tweet. Damn, nobody gonna tell me I'm handsome?
Nah, I didn't retweet that, bro.
That's crazy.
Nah, thumbs down on that YouTube.
I don't need y'all.
Well,
Okay.
you did become a walking filter.
That's about to tell me I'm handsome.
All right.
What filter would you say he is? The X Pro, maybe the.
What filter?
Which filter? Yeah,
What
which
the hell is
filter
the X Pro?
Yeah, I don't know what none of
Let
those
me look at
filters.
these filters.
What page you on?
Let me look at your filters.
Which site is that?
I would call
Man,
it.
F y'all, I'm handsome.
I'll call it the bitch bleach.
You're like the gingham filter.
What the hell is that?
What is that?
You know when you go
The
on
gingham
Instagram,
filter?
gingham.
Oh.
So if you filter, he turned into the gingham filter.
I don't even like him. I don't eat no damn pork.
All right. Well, Ask Ye is next. 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, call you now. 800-585-1051.
Did you just change your accent?
Did I? I don't know. 800.
Calling you now.
Put a filter on his accent.
800.
You put a Jamaican filter on your accent. You put a Safari filter on your accent.
Calling you now.
Calling you now. 800-585-1051. Straight.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time for Ask Yee. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Dee Dee.
Hey, Dee Dee, what's your question for Yee?
I wanted to know, so if you've been with a guy for 5-6 years and you've just been waiting for him to level up and better himself and he's just been in the same position, are you wrong for wanting to leave and find better for yourself?
Do you feel wrong about it?
I do, because I do love him, but it's just like, how long can I wait for us to be in a better position? Well, for you, not even us.
You know, sometimes it gets really frustrating, too, because I don't see how a relationship can work. And I've said this before, and I see this is a problem a lot of women are having when you're with somebody that's not motivated to be better, when you're actually in a position where you're moving up, you're ambitious. I don't even want to be around people who aren't motivated. I don't even want my friends around me to not want better for themselves, because I feel like that drags me down. So imagine being with a partner who's stagnant in life.
Exactly. And then it's like, I don't want to, not be there for him, but it's like, you're barely there for yourself. You don't want better for yourself.
You feel like you enable him sometimes, too?
Definitely.
Because then you end up kind of resenting somebody, because as a couple, you want to grow together. I'm growing, you're growing, we're growing together. I don't want to outgrow you.
Right.
And it feels like you feel like you're outgrowing him. I feel like this. If a man really wants to be with you just the way you want to be with him, sometimes you do have to leave for them to level up.
Right, and show them that they have to do better to be with you.
Because honestly, like, sometimes you stay with him and he's very comfortable in his situation. He's got you. He's got his whatever stagnant position that he's been in his life and that he's been content with. And it seems like you're not content.
No, not at all.
So I don't think you should have to settle.
Okay.
But I think if you do love him, it's great to encourage your man and to want him to do better. But sometimes you do have to step away, and then he's going to realize he's fearful that he might lose something, and he's going to have to pick himself up and do more.
Right, because I've been encouraging him for years, like, oh, go try to do this, go try to do that. And he's like, well, that's not what I want to do. But you still don't know what you want to do. It's years later.
Right.
How many mixtapes he put out so far?
Oh, stop it.
I mean, I would say, like, on the yearly basis, I tell him I can't, like, put a number on it, but because we've been together going on 6 years, but every year I'm telling him something of different things he can do that I see that I think would be a good fit for him.
Is he a rapper?
No, he's not a rapper.
Producer?
No.
DJ?
No.
Okay, just asking.
Okay, well, it's good that you see his potential, but he's got to see his own potential, too.
Exactly.
All right, thank you, Mama. Good luck.
All right, thank you, too.
Goodness gracious. Ask Yee, 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, call Yee now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're in the middle of Ask Yee. Fred, you on the line?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's your question, Fred, for Yee?
Hey, Yee. Hey, this is my thing. I've always been fly all my life, right? I've always been dipping and dodging.
Oh, boy.
Through a whole bunch of, no, honestly, I've been dipping and dodging through a whole bunch of pretty females, but it doesn't do that for me. I feel like pretty females just come with too much, you know what I'm saying? So finally, I'm trying to get with somebody who mentally is on my level, but she's not as pretty as someone who I normally deal with. And now
this sounds so superficial, Fred.
But I mean, I'm just being honest.
Okay.
Because, you know, you got to be honest. Like, pretty girls, it's a baggage with pretty females.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? So when you get to like someone who you mentally like connect with, and she's not as pretty, so now it's like I'm on her too much, as if the pretty females was on me when I was doing what I was doing. Does that make sense, or am I kind of like not making sense?
So
you too cocky.
What I'm hearing from you is, and first of all, I want to say all people have baggage. It's not just pretty women have baggage. All people have baggage, right? Because we all have things that we take with us that have happened in our past, or things that we've done. So we all have baggage. It's not just being a pretty woman has baggage.
Right.
Okay, so
what I'm saying is that
it seems like you're worried too much about what other people think. Like you're attracted to this woman that you're with, right?
Mentally.
Well, first of all, do you make her feel like she's attractive?
I think I do it too much. You feel me?
You make her feel too attractive?
No, I'm doing what normally the pretty females do to me, because I deal with so many of them. But now,
oh my God, this guy! I just want to say a couple things here. First of all, I don't care how attractive somebody is on the outside. If their inside isn't right, they could be so ugly to you. And so I think that, you know, personality-wise, if you want to be with somebody, I can't be with somebody that I'm not attracted to their personality. That's really where it's supposed to start. I understand physically, you see somebody, you're like, okay, they're good-looking. But when you get to know somebody, what matters more?
Right, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the prettier they are, I feel like I don't mentally attract myself with them. But now I finally found somebody who I'm mentally attractive with, but it's not as pretty as the people that I'm, the females.
Yeah, listen, you like her?
Yeah.
You love her?
I think I express it too much, and I feel like it's overwhelming to her, and that's why I'm not getting the normal reaction that I would normally do. Does that make...
Look, just be normal, man. Just be in a relationship. Treat her the same as you would treat anybody else that you want to be with. Treat her special and just have a regular relationship. Stop worrying so much about looks. Like, you place so much emphasis on it, it's probably making her feel insecure.
I get you.
So stop even worrying about that. Just build your relationship. Stop thinking about, she don't look like how the other girls I look like, and she's a da-da. Just focus on your relationship and block all that other stuff out.
Nah, but you ever had like somebody who you thought was attractive, and then they do too much, and then you don't even like them no more because they just do too much and they so overwhelming? I feel like I'm doing that now with somebody who I normally wouldn't deal with, and it's like it's doing the opposite of what I know. I don't know. I can't really explain.
Can you just be regular? Just treat her well. Just be a regular person. Treat her really nice. Treat her how she deserves to be treated. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But stop thinking about looks so much.
I feel you.
Looks always fade, man. There's people that, you know. Anyway, so yes, I hope it works out for you.
Hey, look, can I slam y'all? Because I was trying to call in.
Nah, you too cocky to slander us, man.
Fred, we got to see what you look like. What's your Instagram?
I'm fly.
No. He's too cocky, man. All right, ask Yee, 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, you can hit Yee. Now we got rumors on the way?
Yes, let's talk about Ayesha Curry. Now she's talking about her own depression and what that actually led to, and it's something physical.
All right, we'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk a $300 million. What's that? What is it?
Somebody made $300 million from Uber.
Really?
It's time. She's spilling the tea. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, even though that Uber stock is not doing so well right now, if you would have invested back in 2011, you could have made quite a bit of money still. And according to reports, they're saying that Beyonce made about $300 million from her Uber investments.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's because she invested back in 2011.
How much did she have to invest for that, you know?
I have no idea, but yes, that's according to that grape juice. So
yeah, that always sucks after the fact. It's a stock that I wish I had invested in last week.
We all do.
But I'm still not going to say nothing because it may not be too late.
I think everybody knows about Beyond Burger.
Shut up!
It's not a secret. It's all over every single.
Jesus Christ!
It's been like the best IPO in 20 years.
I know, man.
So it's not a secret.
And the bad part about it is, and this is why I always say you should invest in the stock. Like,
things that
you use. Like,
yeah.
I eat Beyond Burger. I literally had Beyond Burger last night.
I had a Beyond Burger last night from Bear Burger.
I had mine from Pappy's. It's a local spot. But yes, man.
Yeah,
Jesus.
so, and they can't even make enough Impossible Burgers to fill the demand right now as far as Impossible Burgers.
Oh, that GMO Impossible Burger is coming real soon. Trust me.
All right, now let's talk about money some more. Let's talk about Lil Nas X and how much money he had before that song Old Town Road became a hit.
Because you only had $5.62.
Oh my God, how did you know that?
Well, you're Lil Nas X. We have to know that.
That's me.
In your Wells Fargo account, what were those days like?
I spread it out, you know. I would get like some now and laters every now and then, and just go back to the house and promote on Twitter.
Yeah, so imagine that. You only have $5.62 in the bank.
Imagine it. I lived it.
And then all of a sudden, you have a huge hit #1 song.
Performing everywhere.
And you popping.
That's right.
You ever put $1.25 in the gas tank? Because you collected that in coins from out your ashtray?
Out your what? Ashtray, bro.
That's what I said. You heard ashtray because that's what you want to hear.
No,
you would love for my ass to be delivered to you on a tray.
You know, the good thing about living in New York is if you don't have money, you don't have to drive anywhere.
You still got to pay for the subway.
Yeah, you take the train. Yeah, you could hop that. But I'm saying when I didn't have a car growing up. So I guess, you know, being broke, you don't have to buy gas because you can just say, I'm going to just take the train.
What about food, G?
I'm a girl.
Oh, true.
McDonald's back
I'll go on a date.
Was $2.99.
I'll go on a date and I don't have to pay.
The 2 cheeseburger meal was $3.24 with tax.
Me and my friends used to have challenges like, how long can we go only having $20 to last for the next 2 weeks? And we'd still make it last somehow. I think it's harder for guys when you're broke. All right, now let's talk about The Last OG. That show has been picked up for season 3, so congratulations to Tracy Morgan. Tiffany Haddish is still on that show as well in season 3. Shout out to my guy Mark Theobald because he writes for that show as well. So very exciting that they've been picked up for yet another season. The Last OG launched as cable's #1 new comedy in 2018 and the highest rated cable comedy debut since 2015. It's still very successful with the ratings. All right, Aisha Curry did an interview with Working Mother and she said that she actually ended up getting a botched boob job. She said she had the most botched boob job on the face of the planet. She said, I didn't realize at the time, but after having Ryan, I was battling a bit of postpartum that lingered for a while. It came in the form of me being depressed about my body. So I made a rash decision. The intention was just to have them lifted, but I came out with these bigger boobs I didn't want. I got the most botched boob job on the face of the planet. They're worse now than they were before. I would never do anything like that again, but I'm an advocate of it. If something makes you happy, who cares about the judgment? So I guess she was dealing with her postpartum after having a baby and did something that she at that time thought was a good decision, thought would make her happier, and then turned out to not be such a great decision.
Can't she wait till after the playoffs to do interviews and stuff like that?
No, she's a person too, and she can.
They use this ammo against Steph at games. You do know that, right?
But plus, you don't know when
it
she
doesn't
did
seem like it's working.
Plus, you don't know when she did that interview.
That is very true.
They might be putting it out now and highlighting it now. She could have did that interview
balling.
2 months ago.
That is very true.
Doesn't seem like it's working at all.
All right, now R. Kelly is ahead now in his child support. He's 2 months ahead of his child support payments. And the only downside of all that he's doing right now as far as finances and his kids is that he stopped paying his daughter's college tuition. You know why? He thought that she had dropped out. So
He
for
knows
some
nothing
reason,
about his kids, huh?
Yes. How do you not know your daughter's in school and you think she dropped out? So she said that after he didn't pay the tuition, she did end up having to drop out because she didn't have any financial support. And he is supposed to pay for their college-related expenses until they're 23 years of age. So because of that, she ended up actually having to drop out of school because he wasn't paying.
Him and Tierra Marie just need to do the I Ain't Got It remix. That's what they both need to do. Because R. Kelly definitely don't got it.
Not at all.
All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that's your Rumor Reports.
All right. Shout to Revolt. Revolt will see you guys tomorrow. Everybody else, the People's Choice mix is up next. Get your request in. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.